things are. Oh, I guess I could check my phone. Okay. Looks like we are live off the social sphere. All right. Just for an intro. Welcome to Curtain Call, the live series that takes you behind the scenes of the most exciting performances coming to the town. Presented by Henry J. Kaiser Center for the Arts. I'm your host, Mark Stretch. Tomorrow night, our grand stage is hosting something truly unprecedented. We're bringing the worlds of tech, entrepreneurship, and musical theater together for co-founders, all people-powered, live concert, and 30,000 contest. To talk about how this incredible event has come to life, I'm honored to be joined by two of the brilliant minds driving the production. First, we have Adesha Adefela as one of the co-creators of co-founders. Adesha is a powerhouse Bay Area vocalist, songwriter, and creative visionary who also has side hustles. With deep roots in the local R&B, soul, and R&B scenes, her dynamic artistry has been instrumental in shaping the authentic sound, culture, and narrative landscape of this smash hit show. Alongside her is the show's director, Jamil Jude. Jamil is an acclaimed award-winning director and the artistic director of Kenny Leon's True Colors Theater Company, known nationally for his visionary work in the regional theater and his dedication to championing culturally rich, deep, impactful stories. Jamil is the mastermind tasked with blending the energy of a live pitch contest with musical theater and translating it all onto our massive historic stage. Adesha, Jamil, welcome to the Curtain Call.
Can we just give you a hand for that mouthful? Hello, ding, ding, ding.
There's I still got a few bars left here and there. Did I get all that right? That's the main thing. Okay, bet.
Yeah, absolutely. That was awesome.
Everybody gets their flowers early.
Thank you.
And the funny part is, it's been silent the whole time we've been talking, but all of a sudden my daughter's friend wants to come over and the dog starts running everywhere. So please forgive me. It's spring break over here.
As long as they can tell us how they're gonna be at the show or they helping, they're allowed. Bring them into the
Bring the dog. Bring the dog.
Bring the dog. Always bring the dog.
I'm gonna call my mom right now. Mom, you want to get on the live stream too? Come on,
man. We got room for everybody. The OGs is all new, So again, thank y'all very much for joining us. Take time out of your day. I know the production is coming up so fast, so I know you're probably buried in all of the details. But again, we just appreciate you taking out the time to talk to us and let us know what's going on around co-founders. Off top, I think it's super important that we kind of tell people how this thing started, because for a lot of people, especially those that joined last time, they know what the show is. They know, how they know that it's here now and it's a big deal. But I'd love to get maybe the timeline from you all on how this thing went from idea to smash hit to landing on the Henry J. Kaiser stage.
Yeah, I'll let you take that, Deesh.
Yeah, wonderful. Okay, wonderful. So it started with Beau in 2016. And you met Beau already in the previous live stream that you did with our team. And Beau is a techie, but also loved hip hop and was listening to the hip hop scene in Seattle, listening to his sister's cassette tapes in the basement from her boyfriend, and dreaming fast forward of doing the same thing, but in the tech industry, one of the things that's happening is everything is it's moving so fast at such a breakneck pace that you forget about yourself. You forget about, being able to decompress. And so he created a space where him and other techies who love hip hop could decompress through rhyme. And from that became the show called Zip Sloth. And right around that time, this is about maybe 2017, 2018, I'm hitting my head up against the wall as a singer-songwriter in the Bay who has, done a lot of different, or has achieved a lot of things, but hasn't yet achieved the financial success that I was looking to achieve. And so I was ready to give it up. I'm like, look, I'm about to give this up. I need you to give me a win here. And especially seeing the tech industry come here and take over Oakland and so fast, and then grow, and then people are taking over, you know, our housing, and they're able to not just survive but thrive. And I'm like, I want that. How do I get that? And if I could bring the world of tech and art together, I can have that and not have to give up who I am. And so right around that time I met Beau, and he asked me to be in the play.
You are frozen.
Yeah, and she's giving such great stuff.
Are we still here? Did I leave, or am I still here?
You're still here. You. We definitely have like a okay. Now
so picking up where I left off, Beau asked me. Oh, I'm still here. Okay. Is it my signal?
No, we can still see you. We can still hear you.
Okay. Okay, cool. I'm gonna keep talking. So anyway, so what wound up happening was I wound up being in the show, and then I was a part of the show for a while. And a little bit after that, Beau had done a survey and asked what people wanted of the show. And he said, we want more of that woman who was in the show singing as a soul sloth, which was not a character I wanted to play as a Black woman. A Black woman, lazy animal.
Yeah.
But, you know, I was like, you got to get in where you can fit in. And so we started collaborating. And then not long after that, Ryan became a collaborator as well. And it just became a really great opportunity for both her and I, as creatives in the Bay, to be able to team up with the tech industry and to create the very thing that we saw the tech industry thriving from, was a space where you can actually make income as an artist and also share your innovative, creative ideas as an artist in a way that also benefits the tech industry. And then fast forward, I'm gonna let you take it off from here, Jamil, because in 2021, we entered into the National Alliance for Musical Theater, which is a new works for theater on Broadway program. And we entered that, and about 400 some odd, 8 that were chosen. We were able to be introduced to the incredible director, Jamil Jude. And so I'm gonna let you take this from here, Jamil.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Yeah, you know, I think I started rocking with the team maybe late 2020, early 2021. And like Adesha mentioned, we had an opportunity. I've been calling it an artistic blind date. I had been rocking with the National Alliance for Music Theater for a few years, where, you know, much like out here in the Bay Area, just the tech world, we have these incubator programs that are, you know, helping tech startups find their path. NAMT, National Alliance of Music Theater, does that same thing for new musical theater projects. So they came with this, you know, really outrageous in all the right ways project of like, how can they take this story about these two unlikely co-founders trying to find their way in the tech industry before they lose their way as people. And they wanted to do some funky things. Here we are in the pandemic trying to find ways to bridge the gap, to make sure that people are still feeling artistically fulfilled while we're having to communicate via technology. And co-founders was the perfect piece to try that out. So we tried something funky to deliver it during the pandemic in a digital version of it. Started working with the brilliant David Richardson, who's our video designer. And since then, you know, we've just been in an iterative process, trying to find ways to continue to develop the script and the narrative and the music, but also trying to find a home inside of the regional theater, man. The theater, unfortunately, does not move as fast as the tech industry. So how do you find theaters that are willing to take chances on something that could be as monumental as it is? And we're just, you know, we linked up with ACT several years ago, I think in about 2022. And then in 2025, we had the world premiere, sold out run in San Francisco. And I think it's really just a testament to what Adesha, Beau, Ryan, Nicole Austin, who's the third writer on that. Just what their belief in the project that they had, and I'm just thankful that they continue to keep me on the team, so that I can add my little special sauce to it. I like to talk about, especially this version of it. I just say I'm over here just adding mayonnaise on the sandwich, man. They had all the ingredients, they got it all. I might tell them, hey, maybe let's put the roast beef, let's put the cheese on top of the roast beef, but they already got all the elements, and it's just it's an honor to work with them.
Absolutely, I love the premise of like the artistic blind date, because that's the impetus, or not even the impetus. That's like the beginning of hip hop in general, right? Like getting together, tossing ideas around. I can't tell you how many different like improv hip hop groups I've fronted or played with bands. Like it's always about, hey, what do you do? How do we put that together and make it something interesting that represents the culture well? So it seems like this is it's just like it's the right the right venue, the right kind of the right vehicle for this story, right? Because given how we're always forced to just figure it out, right? This is what you have, it's always been this kind of cultural stew for us as people, especially like you said, around hip hop culture. This is super interesting, and I think people understand like how big this is and how complicated it is. So just what's kind of your approach on taking something like, a live, I think this might be, I don't know who it says, but whatever. Taking like a theater piece and then adding in the live pitch portion of it. Like, how do you even approach that?
Yeah, and again, like I think I'm really lucky is that the team already had so much of this put together, right? They did so much work in trying to find the script, editing it down. The work with the co-founders that the work with the founders for the competition, identifying, throwing it open, finding the top 10, getting it down to the top 3. Like so much of it is already there. I think, my job really just like trying to direct the traffic. We're introducing holographic technology like we did in our world premiere musical. We got a live band on stage, got some amazing vocalists. Really just want to my job is, what are we here for? And we are here to crown winners of a community funded accelerator program, right? We're putting money directly into community-based, town-based founders who have solutions that they want to provide to the community. That's the main thing. All the other elements are in support of that. So if I just keep the main thing, how do we celebrate these 3 amazing founders who are looking for seed capital to make huge investments in their community? Then we just get to have fun after that. So when we get to make jokes, about what's happening around us, or make jokes about what's happening on stage, it's all in service of that. When we get to roll out a game show element and take us back and feel that nostalgia of those classic game shows that you grew up watching when you were at home, supposed to be sick, but you really just eating a grilled cheese sandwich and enjoying the time with the granny. We want to give people that feeling, but we really are here just to support an amazing cause, which is these founders trying to find solutions for the people around them.
Yeah, and that's such a powerful and unique perspective. When you can take an art, it's one thing when they say, okay, we're going to take this piece and we're going to make it and hopefully inspire people. It's another thing to have that inspiration really be live with people that their whole skit is to try and make positive change in the world, and you get to have a hand in that. I mean, giving away 30 racks that's not the play at all. That's enough. At some point, what they start Google with, right? Like like some super low seed amount, and it changed everything. So good luck to the contestants. We were talking about them earlier, and you guys narrowed it down to 3 super exciting companies. We're looking forward to seeing these entrepreneurs take off. Once again, just to plug the show, it is tomorrow, April 11th, 2 p.m., Henry J. Kaiser Center. If you don't have tickets, go to hjkarts.org or .com. We got both of them bagged. Get your tickets. Get your tickets. I know that a bunch of them are gone already. So if you're thinking about it, don't think about it anymore. Go get them, because those tickets are going to go fast. It's going to be a nice, intimate occasion, and something that you've never seen before, something you may never see again. I mean, hopefully we'll see something again, but this is unique, and there's a reason why people are clamoring. Adesha, let me ask you this. So you see the sold out run of this show with ACT, and it's this massive success that I'm assuming no one really saw coming. How did seeing all these fans sharing their own startup ideas inspire you to help turn, a traditional musical into a real $30,000 pitch contest?
Okay, I'm sorry. It sucks that my Wi-Fi is like not the greatest right now. I'm wondering if you can, because now I have you on my phone and the volume is super low, even though I'm trying to turn it high. If you can give me a second, I'm gonna jump back on my computer.
Okay.
Again, sorry about this, but I'll definitely want to answer that question, but I want to be able to hear that question. So I'll be right back.
No problem. See, this is the tech stuff we're talking about right
Yeah,
now.
man. Hey, it's live, and this is the best part about theater too, and I think that we are constantly trying to find ways to make it matter in the moment. But just wanted just to speak again about just how, even though it's a one night only, I think I'm excited when I'm telling people I'm out here in the town for this week. I'm like, be at the start of something epic, right? The way in which these writers have combined with KPOR Foundation and the Henry J. Kaiser and Omidyar Network and Doris Duke Foundation, and so many other sponsors, and Mayor Barbara Lee, like, man, it's just like it's a groundswell. And like, these are how movements happen. Movements happen because people get inspired and they see something and you want to be there, right? Like, that sold out run was great last year, but bringing it back across the Bay Bridge, man, like, I'm excited for people to get in at this level of it, because who knows what this could look like. Is this an annual thing? Are you going to be present at 2:00 on Saturday for the first of many times that we are giving out money to communities in this kind of way? Like, you got to be there for that.
Yeah, you got to take advantage of that, because again, it could be the first. It hopefully it's not the last. You want to be there and you want to get in right off the start, so you can say, I was there for that. Welcome back, Adesha. You see you. Do you still kind of remember like the thread of what I was asking you? Oh, did she? And then she froze up.
Oh man.
Man,
It's such a shame, because Adesha has so many great things. She is just in that three-legged stool of the BAR team, man. She's bringing so much funk and creativity and honesty and ingenuity. She epitomizes getting it out the trunk. She epitomizes doing it for the love of the community and for the love of the people. So I'm sad that your audience isn't getting a chance to hear directly from her, but I'm trying as much as I can to channel her spirit and her excitement for this project.
Sorry, we have to get her on separately. I will. If I have to bring my hotspot, we can get on my Wi-Fi.
Yeah. I put up some sticks and twigs, man. We're gonna make it work. We're gonna figure it out.
Aluminum foil on the antennas. I'm from that school, man. Trying to get your way out in Marin County. You know what I mean? We do what you got to do to get the message out, right?
Yeah.
So in your process, how do you adapt like what was such a smaller, intimate space and event into something that's that's so much larger over at Henry J. Kaiser? Because it's a big space to fill, right?
Yeah, and I think this is what's been really great about the way that Ryan and Beau and Adesha have attacked the script.
Mm,
Yeah, the space that we are presenting it in is larger, so it provides an opportunity to, okay, cool. Well, like, let's be more expansive in our vision of it. I don't want to give anything away, but when you walk in to the Henry J. Kaiser, you're going to be like, "Oh, what is this?" You know,
yeah.
one thing Adisha, who in her spare time, outside of being a vocalist and a producer and a performer, she's also like a antique set designer and really great at staging and
Mhm.
bringing people into a place. And a thing that she's done fairly consistently is create this world that we're calling Erlene's, which is like the loving grandma of the community. So, when you
Oh,
walk into the Henry J. Kaiser, it's going to be like you're stepping into Erlene's living room, a living room that has been unchanged since the 1970s. So people are going to walk in, get that immediate nostalgia vibe, but
yeah.
then are going to get, thrust into the world of tech and right now and what's happening and how we're handling challenges right now. So, our musical was very much set in 2025, set in the time very much in the present,
Mm,
but featured songs about aspiration, about driving, trying to push to break through. And each of our founders, the three founders, they each have a story that in many ways aligns with a song or a couple of songs from the show. So we'll
mm,
do something like we'll introduce a founder and then we'll sing a song from our show that
mm,
kind of meshes with it, and then
yeah.
we're keeping it all moving because we got to get to the Shark Tank element of it all. Hey, but at
Yeah.
the end of the day, these people are competing for
Yeah.
money because they're entrepreneurs. So it all kind of just moves. And my job is just to keep that train on its track, keep
Yeah.
people excited, keep that energy going. So
Mhm.
when we give that money away, everybody's celebrating.
Nice. Yeah, that's it seems as someone who's seen a few plays and done a few shows, like I can only imagine because when I was in some of the production meetings earlier on and just looking at the scale and all of the things you're coordinating, and it's like sets within sets, and then you're bringing in live music. It's yeah, just
Yeah, it
I,
is not an easy undertaking, and
yeah.
so many hands have touched this project, and it's one of the best things. We look around, we hold hands at the end of rehearsals, and we just look around just to show how many people it takes to put something like this off. So just we can't say everyone's name just for the length of time, but
Mhm.
just want to thank everybody whose hands are touching this project. It's been really really amazing.
Yeah, it seems that like I said, just right off rip, kudos to you for even being able to challenge that stuff and keeping everybody's vision online. It's seems like a pretty arduous undertaking, but it's for the love. And clearly we're hoping to get something out of it, just as a society by supporting these entrepreneurs, supporting Oakland specifically, right? Like getting out there and just giving folks from the town an opportunity to get out and make a mark. In the same way, it comes from the spirit of the Panthers, right? Like it wasn't just about revolutionary thought. I mean, well, part of revolutionary thought was uplifting people. It wasn't just about defense. It was about offense. It was about care. It was about
Yeah.
community. And so, the town has always been that's what it's always been embedded in our DNA, and to see it come forth on in the show in the spirit of the show is significant, and I'm looking forward to seeing it myself. um, we keep trying to bring Adesha on. Looks like Adesha might
Yeah.
be in a spot where we're gonna have to move her somewhere else for the next one. So I'd like to ask you, and I asked them previously, when this is over, right? When this
Mhm.
particular instance is over, what do you really want people to walk away with after they've seen the show?
Mm, yeah. I want people to be excited for these three new companies that are being birthed, receiving money. I think I want them to be excited and think about what they can do to have a positive impact on the people. and I want them to be excited for what is also possible in theater. I think sometimes, those of us, we get a bad like high school Shakespeare experience, and it puts us and turns us off on the world of plays, and we think that they're boring and static and that they don't speak to the moment. And I just hope that people see this like, you know what? Either I had never really been into theater, but live music is interesting to me, or I do like film and video. So it's cool that they're combining it all together. I want to learn more about it. Or if you're an avid theater lover, avid music lover, avid video lovers, oh man, the amalgamation and the combination of all these things is really fantastic and exciting. I want to see more of this in the world. Like, however you enter into it, I hope people also, are inspired to continue to pursue and support local art communities, and the way in which we tell story to one another.
Yeah, absolutely, man. I think that those are strong sentiments, and just to align with what the rest of the companies already told me. I think that's important. Walking away with inspiration, walking away with a good feeling about the future, especially as chaotic as our present currently is. Being able to walk out of there with some sense of hope and some excitement about what's happening in the future, I think that's super key and kind of a through line for this entire project, as far as I've seen it. Okay, well, it's been about almost half an hour. Adesha is texting me. I think it's Mercury's and Gatorade. I don't think it's on, but we'll figure out some way to work her in because I think her part of this story is super important. So maybe we'll double up and see if we can get her in this afternoon or something. But yeah, Jamil, thank you very much for taking the time. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Look forward to seeing it, man.
Yeah, y'all come out Saturday, 2:00. You go ahead and get it. Get your matinee tickets in. Get your little breakfast. Come on down to Henry J. Kaiser. Have a lovely experience. Have a lovely time, and then you get to go and enjoy life on the lake right afterwards.
Yep, and it's a family show. It's a family show.
Come on now, bring the whole family. We talked about.
Bring Big Mama.
Bring the barking dog. You know what I'm saying? Put the dog in the lobby. You know what I'm saying? We bringing everybody.
We have space for and there's also going to be an experience that happens in the lobby before you even walk into the theater. So come early so that you can experience that, because they put a lot of heart, a lot of thought into it, and I think once you've been through it, it's going to tie into the show and just enhance your experience. So come early, bring your peoples. And if you haven't gone to hjkarts.com or .org and grabbed your tickets yet, please do so. Please do so. It's probably going to rain tomorrow, so you're not going to do anything anyway. Come on out. Jamil, again, thank you so much for joining us, man. I really appreciate you taking the time. And hopefully see you tomorrow.
Peace, brother.
All right, peace, bro. This has been another Curtain Call. We really appreciate y'all joining us. Here at Henry J. Kaiser Center for the Arts, we try to make sure that we're putting forth all of the best, brightest, and most important art, music, and community events that we can. It's super important. The jewel of the lake is back. Welcome to the Henry J. Experience. This is Mark Stretch, sign off.